God. Alright guys, welcome back. और हम यहाँ पे आए हैं आर्क की लाइव स्ट्रीम में देख रहा था. राइट नाउ दे आर एक्चुअली डूइंग द चैरिटी, बट उन्होंने अभी कुछ रिवील किया. यू सी दिस डायनो राइट इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी. इसका नाम है नॉगलिन. ओके, अभी आई नो दे हैव बीन शोइंग अ लॉट ऑफ स्टफ दैट आई आल्सो डोंट नो. सो विल वॉक थ्रू दैट. इट्स गोना बी अ लॉन्ग वीडियो, सो हैंग ऑन. ठीक है, लेट्स लिसन टू व्हाट द devs हैव टू से.
Kind of short and to the core points. But first up, we have the Noglin. This is a shoulder pet that has the ability to control and dominate the mind of another creature or another player, even given the right circumstances.
Wow.
Very, very, very fun little guy to run around with, and you can also control him via telepathy, at least to a short distance, to help guide him to a proper target.
Ma kasam, did you guys hear that? This is a shoulder pet. माइंड कंट्रोल करता है डायनोज और ह्यूमंस की. शोल्डर पेट है, तुम इससे टेलीपैथी से बात कर सकते हो एंड इसको गाइड कर सकते हो फॉर शॉर्टर डिस्टेंस ट्रैवलिंग. माय गॉड, क्या ही निकला है भाई इस बार. ऑलराइट, लेट्स मूव ऑन.
Let's go next.
Noglin, okay.
And next up we have
So we got an egg incubator, which is looking damn OP.
Take any egg that has a dino in it. Once you put the dino inside of it, or the egg inside of it, sorry. Once you put the egg inside of it, you can get a full readout on that egg's stats, what kind of dino it's going to hatch,
Wow.
the colors that it will have, all the various stats that it will have whenever it's hatched, so that you know exactly what you're getting, and if it's worth your time or your time of investment to reach into that.
सही है भाई ये. Now we have egg incubator here.
The egg, your choice, but it helps narrow down breeders' intended stock, making sure that they're only dealing with what they want to deal with, spending their time more valuably.
Nice.
And also help hatch those eggs quite a bit faster.
Nice.
All right. Next up, we've got.
What we got?
One of our mini biome concepts.
Okay, so this is like the biome concept. तो मतलब ये जो biome concept आप देख रहे हो, recording करछे मैं. Okay, so this is like one of the biome concept they have. मतलब जो Genesis 2 आ रहा है, it's gonna look something like this. It's like a पूरा overall map को मिला के इन्होंने पूरा किया है, which is damn OP.
The core area, you see it with the tech strider as he's walking through the environment.
कहाँ
This
पे?
is our Eden zone. It's green.
Okay, it's called the Eden Zone. Eden Zone, अगर आपने वो स्टोरी सुनी है ईडन, क्या एडम एंड ईव, वैसे टाइप का. अगर नहीं सॉरी, असैसिन्स क्रीड अगर तुमने खेली है तो देयर इज दिस कॉल्ड ईडन गार्डन. समझ रहे हो? सो मतलब सबसे पीसफुल एरिया एंड ऑल दैट. आई थिंक दिस इज द वन, आई गेस.
Very hospitable, very temperate, rolling hills, nice plains, some beautiful steps.
There will still be some dangerous dinos over there.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to think that it's like
completely easy street.
Yeah.
There's tames worth taming.
Of course, yeah.
That will carry you through.
But it is a absolutely gorgeous place.
Absolutely gorgeous place. Tons of rivers.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Beautiful place. Great place to live. Great locations to live and plant roots down.
I can already tell you there are some, I would say, the most pristine base locations that you could possibly get.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be nuts.
Absolutely. All right, next up we
Let's
have our ammo box. This is
ammo
a
box
structure that you can place down. Turrets within range of it. That goes from auto turrets to heavy turrets to tech turrets.
Okay.
Also including ballista turrets,
Achha.
rocket turrets, miniguns. All of those will be able to pull ammo from this ammo box, and it will show that ammo count on the item itself, so you can see how much is in the ammo box, how much they're supplying those turrets.
So
an inch that
technically like a
counts
turret
for
filler.
players. Whenever you mount the turrets, the ammo
Nice.
that you're using for that turret will come from the box too, or can come from the box if
Hmm.
you have any in it or don't have any in it. But this will just help simplify supplying your turrets, but
Yeah.
also enabling you to have an even greater stock
समझ गया
of
मैं.
ammo supplying them. And then next up, we have our biome-specific creature variants.
Oh.
We've got a few different examples with us today, and these are very finely done concepts. These will just be skins that match the environment that they're in.
I see. Oh my
A
god.
unique look or relook at the dinos that we're all
Wow.
familiar with, or the creatures we're all familiar with. They're not all dinos. The horse
Nice.
obviously is not a dino. But it would be a nice look at creatures we're familiar with, a nice twist and new colors, obviously. of course,
My goodness,
new
dude, that's
patterns and
OP,
everything
man.
else. Some beautiful, beautiful renderings.
Nail paint
Um,
लगा के आए क्या ये?
And then next we have the remote camera security system.
What?
This thing is super cool. This enables you to create a network of cameras or a security system of cameras. All these words are difficult. A
What?
network of security cameras
Security
that you can
camera भी है
access
भाई,
from
क्या
your
बात कर
console
रहे हो
and
भाई?
switch throughout all the cameras in your network. From each camera, you can control things that the camera can see or within range of it. You can also issue orders through the camera.
Wow.
You can communicate with people through the camera.
What the
Very
hell?
multifunctional tool. You
Seriously.
can also just watch because it is a camera and watch whatever you want.
I wonder if we're gonna see any people try to make some stores, like make like a store like in Rust. You build a store out there, and then have like the little cameras, and you open it up for the people that are like, all right, I want to buy something. Like, that'd be great.
That would be kind
That
of cool.
could be
Yeah.
very cool. Like a safe trading zone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you got
Yeah.
cameras set up, so you're like, all right. Like you can see no one's messing with you.
Then you have just like a side gate that holds like 3 gigas.
Yeah.
And if they break your rules,
Exactly.
you open the gate. And whistle
Nice.
them to
You're like,
attack.
I can see you, Steve, over there with your spear. Like, come on.
I see what you're doing, trying to attack my
I'm
boxes.
excited to see what these can do.
Yeah,
They-
for real.
They've got a whole lot of potential, and it's
Dude,
the
cameras भी
range
like
that
same
the
नहीं है,
console
अलग
will
अलग
allow you
है.
to place cameras within is just massive.
Yeah.
Somewhere like Gen 2 map, which is a massive map,
Yeah.
you might need a few of these to cover the whole map, but somewhere like the island, you can cover a large majority of it with just the one.
I just have one more side question. Can I put a camera if I build a base on the back of my Brachiosaurus or my Brontosaurus to use it as a review, like a backup camera?
Potentially.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
It's a lot of things moving at that point.
No, for sure.
No promises. Hopefully. All right, next up we have the Shadow Mane. Another creature we saw in the
This is the
trailer.
Shadow Mane. Holy shit.
These guys
Okay.
are beautiful. They have 2 different variants. We have a male and a female.
Okay.
The females are capable of camouflage
Oh,
and
okay.
blending in with their environment. They even have the ability to help others around them blend in with the environment.
Wow.
And then the males are a little bit more boisterous and a little bit more obvious than in your face, and they have a roar that inspires and gathers those around them. And
इसका नाम है Shadow
helps them
Mane.
be better
So
Okay.
these paired together could be that could be an evil duo.
yeah, especially with the mate boost and everything else on top of that.
Wow.
And then, in addition to all of that, they both have the ability to dash to their target. After dashing, they'll actually go through it, end up behind it, and be within melee range. So they're quite good at
Wow.
getting behind things or flanking things. And if there's multiple targets within a row, they can dash through all of them, doing
So
damage
cool.
to all of them,
Wow.
and ending up at the last one. So very, very, very mobile fighters,
Wow.
especially when used correctly.
Mhm.
The right hands, it's very much like an assassin type build.
Exactly.
Or assassin type creature. Great at single target focus. I'm doing a
You
little
got
bit
it.
of-
You got it, man. You
No,
got
I'm
it.
cruising.
Hold
All
it
right, I'm
together.
cruising.
Hold it together.
I'm good. I'm good.
You got it.
All right. Next up, we've got another biome concept. Which
Wow.
is more the ship
Wow,
interior
dude.
area, the tech
I
trench.
Yeah.
क्या बोलूं
And this
भाई?
space is a massive location.
Dude, these
You
guys
have
come up
any
with
idea of looking
so
at the trailer,
cool stuff
seeing
right
those
now.
dinos in there? You you get a pretty good feel of how big the space is gonna be.
Yeah, how big those walkways actually are.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be a prime real estate. We're talking like if you wanted flat land in a location, we got you.
Oh.
And this will be more or less just the in-between area. Definitely a little bit more challenging than the Eden areas.
Yeah.
I see.
But not necessarily anything crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Great place to live. Very defensible because it's very hard to approach without
A flyer.
You're gonna have to
in a
get
different
creative.
way.
Yeah, it will be depending on how the players build, and if I know our players,
Wow.
they're gonna be crafty, and you're gonna have to come up with some interesting techniques.
समझ
Oh
गया.
yeah.
Nice one.
Speaking of interesting techniques, the next slide.
All right. So next up we have the hover sail.
What the hell?
And this is a great all-around just transport. Very fast craft. Very fast vehicle. But on top of that, it
Ooh.
will go straight into your inventory. You can pick it up off the ground, put it in your
Oh,
inventory.
that is so cool.
redeploy it, pull it back in whenever you want. It seats the driver, and then it can seat another passenger in the front. And that
What?
passenger is able to shoot, engage enemies, friendlies, whatever.
Wow,
whatever you wanna do while
dude,
you're up
this
there.
is
You also
awesome.
have the ability to do tricks, which will give you boost.
Interesting.
So the cooler you look while running around on this thing, the faster you'll actually be going.
Oh,
So
wow.
it pays off to look cool. And also a blast to drive overall, just because. it's
Oh, they have a
heavy.
blasted boost drive. Okay.
There is a
How is that not cool?
satisfaction about driving around on this thing. I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, you just feel awesome.
It's great.
All right, next up we have our loadout mannequin,
What the hell is
and
this?
this is a structure that you can store a set of gear. The hotbar slots included, armor and equipment on top of that. Whenever you access or interact with this structure, it'll swap your gear out or just pull the gear. You have multiple choices of how to actually use it and utilize it.
That's so
Okay,
cool.
that's a
Um,
great mannequin.
But it'll pull all the gear out, give you that loadout, which should be obvious what your loadout is because you have the armor on the dummy and then all the
Got it.
hotbar slots that are above that to swap around.
Let's move out.
Guys,
Let's
and just
next
all these
next.
just. All right, next up we have our Strider
Yeah.
with one of its harvesting attachments, or one of its attachments. This one designed for harvesting.
Oh, I
Gotta
see.
be accurate here.
Yeah, yeah.
Words are important. So the Strider is a very cool new tech creature, robot creature. It has actual attachments,
Okay.
and what attachments it has is going to be set when it spawns or when it spawned in the wild. So you will have to go out and search for the combination that you're desiring.
Ah,
But
okay.
it shouldn't be that hard to find the right one. We'll have to search for a little bit, but
I see. So like there's
not
two variant.
so many that it's
अलग
gonna
अलग
be
है.
impossible to
समझ गया
find
मैं.
your
One
specific
with
combination.
attachment and one
Seeing these
without.
guys walk around makes me. I like to think that they're
Oh,
almost
they're
like
they're so graceful.
they're like the groundskeepers of the ring. You know, they're just like, nah, not that tree, not that rock. You know, just picking stuff up.
Well, they're there to keep everything functional. They're
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
they are the groundskeeper of the ARKs.
Yeah.
Keeping it going,
Wow.
keeping
Cool.
everything running, regenerating resources, cleaning up excess resources, calming down some hostile critters running around. All kinds of things. They're very versatile. Their attachments are their versatility. and
Nice.
There's
That's
going to
exciting.
be a lot of different varieties of builds you can get with this guy: defensive, utility, or even offensive. All right, next up we have the Genesis ship.
This is the
exterior.
ship?
Just to
Yeah.
get a good sense of scale of how big this is.
That's a huge
Um,
ass one.
Inside of those rings,
Mm-hmm.
our biggest map ever, which is only like a tenth of that ring.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean, like it is. Not only is
Not
it
even a tenth.
huge, it's also when you only get to see a little bit in the trailer, but I guarantee you when you get in game and you
Mhm.
actually get to see the whole ship,
Mhm.
it's absolutely mesmerizing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really feels like you're there, and the
Wow.
shout
Great.
out to Environment
Dude, this
guys
I
on
think
it.
Genesis is
Amazing
gonna be
shit.
awesome right now.
It's so cool to look at.
It really is, and there's a lot going on there. There's a nice
And there's a lot
little
of stuff. Yeah, I was
fuel
gonna say.
cell there in the center.
There's some really cool stuff that I obviously, like I said, we can't talk about, but I'm very excited for when we get that far along.
And then of course, we have mentioned it, but this is just a great reminder point. A lot of Gen 1 feedback and things that we learned from that, things that we saw the community having issues with, we're addressing in Gen 2 with the overall design of the map and how we're going about it. So missions are no longer going to be something that's in the open world, game world that people are running around, blocking player building areas.
Nice,
into a
nice,
mission.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
You know, with
It's gonna be like a
design,
space
thing,
mission
walking
already, I can
and
tell that.
overall with bow as a whole. All right, and next up we have our tech bow.
Wow.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Also
Really?
one of my
Same.
personal favorites. Just because tech bows are, how's it not cool?
It's the only weapon I'm going to use when I play. I'm just gonna be straight up.
It's got the capability actually.
I can't wait till we see. I can't remember what that YouTube channel is where those dudes do all the tricks with stuff. And like it's like
Dude, perfect.
yeah, like I can't wait for the people to do the dude perfect videos, but with this bow. Just
Haha,
like,
nice.
the dodo off of, like the edge of a tech piece. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there will be. So the big things about this are that it has swappable ammo types. You can just at the click of a button switch which kind of ammo you're shooting from this.
Oh,
It runs off of element entirely,
okay.
but it will just consume element based on the ammo type that you're using.
Okay.
And the more expensive, or the more combat effective the ammo is, the more expensive it's going to be.
Very streamlined.
Yeah. But if you have a lot of element on you and you just want to shoot explosive arrows everywhere, you can do that. Or if you want to be really
So
cost effective.
technically what they have done is they have made this into like a primal bow thing. Like जैसे कि primal में वो arrow है जो फूटता है, explosive होती है, you know, and all that. So technically that's what they made
You know,
it.
shoot just a very bare bones basic arrow, you can do that also. And
You're
get
bringing,
a
you're
ton
bringing
of
back
use out
some
of it.
scary memories from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh
People
yeah,
exploding
true.
guns.
But then also getting a full pullback on this bow instead of just shooting a fast arrow or shooting an arrow at the fastest speeds the bow will shoot. A full pullback on this because it's a tech bow
Mm-hmm.
makes that arrow pretty much a projectile, an instant projectile, a bullet.
Oh
as far
wow.
as like an arc bullet's concerned, where you pull the trigger, anything that it comes across
It should come with like an X-ray vision, you know,
forward
kind
in
of
front
like
of
that.
that gun will get hit.
Mhm.
Same thing with this arrow. Anything that's there whenever you're at a full draw is going to get hit as soon as you release. It just almost teleports to its destination. You can also, fire it slowly. If you release early, it'll shoot out like a regular arrow. But you have that super option. It becomes
I
a
see.
super weapon,
Nice.
like all tech weapons are.
Yeah, but this one it does it with style.
It,
You know?
With the most style,
Yeah.
man.
With the
visuals
most
on it
style.
are amazing.
Damn. Oh,
Super
अभी
nice.
देखो यहाँ पे क्या है.
Just shooting.
Just have a look at this, guys. You can like literally fold this into this. Oh,
arrows
three.
is
Shout outs
very
to Duncan.
satisfying.
Yeah.
Very, very satisfying. All right, next up we have another
Wow.
biome concept.
Wow.
And this is the part of the biome that you see
Pretty
in the
beautiful.
trailer around the Shadow Main. This
I
is Rockwell's
see.
Garden.
This is
A
Rockwell's Garden.
Very, 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 very,
Maha
very beautiful
kasam.
place, but also very deadly. This is where the environment becomes a challenge. The environment becomes a threat, and we're really working towards that within the ship. The Eden side is much easier, much more hospitable. We're not trying to stress the player out or challenge the player in getting set up or established.
Mm-hmm.
But here, if this is where you're trying to live,
Mhm.
or this is where you're trying to start, especially, this is where it gets difficult, and this is where it really strains you. A lot of hostile dinos and creatures around that don't want you there, and even the environment itself is not a big fan of you. I'm a little bit reactive,
Scary.
very scary, and it's Rockwell's Garden.
Rockwell's Garden.
Might
Ooh,
hint at something.
that sounds
Alright.
scary in itself.
A little bit.
Alright,
Next
let's
up
move
What
on.
is he planning in
Oh, yay!
is our Federation tech suit.
Hell yeah.
Very much like the current tech suit.
Kinda.
Slight upgrade.
Yeah.
but huge upgrade on the visuals. These things
Yep,
look great.
true. Huge
Not to say our
upgrades.
current tech suit isn't something I really like. I do like it.
I
Dude,
do
this-
too, but I think I like this one a little bit more.
Yeah,
This one
true.
Is cool. This
I like
one is
that
very
spine piece that's on the back. Kinda
Yeah,
looks like his spine
true.
is
I
like a-
love it.
Cool.
Like
It's more
literally.
streamlined.
Yeah.
Like it's cleaner. But that is the Federation style. It's
Nice.
kinda
Exactly.
cleaner,
I was gonna say very much matches the tone of the ship and the feeling of the ship.
which is the purpose, the intent at least. And we do have great artists, so they achieve that. But everyone in Genesis will get one of these. Everyone on the ship gets one. You respawn with them. You can fly everywhere in Genesis.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Did you say everyone on Genesis 2 will start in some form
Yes.
of a tech suit?
Really?
Gotcha.
So these are going to be super special. The ship
Oh.
equips you with them.
Okay.
They're
Great.
not- those ones aren't as fully functional as a full tech suit. You know, super speed, super punches, maybe won't be available. But
Wow.
you know, rocket pack abilities,
Mm.
being able to jet around is definitely still.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna have it.
So the
Okay,
Federation
okay.
ain't had a good tech, huh? No, I'm
Yeah.
just playing.
Well, that's what you upgrade to. Next up, we have our canoe.
What?
As always, we've always got, you know, the whole game loop in mind, from early game to late game, and this is a way for players to get around in the water without having to worry about what's actually in the water nearly as much.
Oh.
It keeps them above the surface, keeps them safe and dry, as they're just floating along.
I
You
see.
can still interact with water things. You can still fish from this. Multiple players can ride in it. The more people that you do have riding in the canoe, the faster it's going to go, the more controllable it gets.
I see.
It's easier to control something with 3 people than it is with 1 or 2.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then on top of that, once you do place it in the water,
Mhm.
once you're done using it, you can pick it back up. put it
Wow.
back in your inventory.
favorite
Holy
feature.
shit.
Yep.
Take it to another
Dude, it's
body
gotta
of
be
water or
OP
different
then.
area of the water, whatever you want. Once you put it down, it's not stuck in the water forever. It's a movable thing. And then
Wow. Nice.
last for now
Okay, this is a new thing.
is the Astro Delta.
What is it?
Super cool. Has a saddle that helps it fly.
Okay.
It's like a jet.
Well, like a
Goes
flying
fast,
submarine
it
and a
shoots
fish?
lasers,
Vroom, vroom.
It shoots bombs.
It
does
shoots
flip,
bombs
does spin.
by और क्या चाहिए?
Much like real dolphins.
I like it's so cool. It's so cool.
So cool.
It might have some really other cool things that we've already spoiled.
Oh, you
We're
did?
not going to
Shit.
talk about them. People are going to have to go search for that
Perfect.
themselves.
Okay.
ARK fans love to do that. They love
Oh,
digging
they've probably already got a
through.
whole
Oh, I'm-
explanation
yeah,
and
I'm
thoughts
sure.
and ideas somewhere that it, you know, since we're here focusing on this stuff,
Mhm.
we're going to miss it. And I see we've got like a minute and some odd seconds before our 5 o'clock time period and we get the next reveal.
I know, it's kind of
Ooh.
like, few,
I
like
There are people.
going, coming in again, 16. Tori with 10. Dirk Hoffman with 4. Sylvio with 4.
Okay, I guess
Max
guys,
with 4.
अभी एक second रुक जाओ.
Things
Jack Air, but
are joining
to, can't wait.
an explosive and shoot.
So I
Yeah,
think that's
we're
the last
actually-
thing that we have is a minigun. I think there's a upgrade for the minigun. This is like the minigun looks like. It's like a prototype right now for अभी जो दिख रहा है तुम्हें. Prototype है अभी तक बना नहीं है. So yeah, let's hope for the best. And I think that's the new stuff that's coming up. I'll be waiting for the reveal pretty soon right now. अगर वो आ जाएगा within the 5 o'clock. I mean it's coming pretty soon at 7. So I'll be like streaming probably. So yeah, I'll be like streaming and as well as gaming. So yeah, I'll see you guys pretty soon.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,